is about like this kid that lives like in the same apartment building as this like woman or man or whoever it is. And he's like, "Oh, I live on the this floor. If you hear noises, ignore them. There's a reason. My dad like or our father's beating us, but just ignore it."
Wow, that sounds like a fun song.
Oh yeah, it is. But I think it also has a catchy beat, so people kind of ignore it. So they're like,
Some songs, I mean, are intentionally that way. Like, have like really intense subject matter. Like, what was it, Pearl Jam, Jeremy? Mm-hmm. I mean, if you listen to the lyrics and you don't get the metaphor, it's about this like kid that's kind of like basically like a violent kid in school that we picked on.
yeah,
But the Jeremy spoke in class today. If you see the video, you can see that's obviously a metaphor for him blowing his brains out,
yeah, that's dark.
or unaliving himself, which is a word that.
Don't do that because I laughed right after it.
Oh yeah, ha ha, ha ha.
And now you laughed at it too. So
No, now I'm
both,
laughing at you.
now we're both horrible people.
Yes, we are. But
Welcome
to
welcome to the Rubber Duck Syndicate.
Yes, and now I've finally got an O back for that damn slavery joke.
But you can't give me back for all of slavery.
I know.
Yeah. I know. It happened.
I was like, there was a joke I was about to make, and then I realized, no, that would just make things worse. Shut up, you dumb bastard. Okay.
No, that's how you do it. You make things worse. That's what we learned.
You can make things worse. When we're talking about the comic overtones of slavery, you can do all that you want to and make it worse. I'm not allowed to do that.
All the comic overtones of slavery. Where it's for everybody. Find the comedy in all the bad. We can, because it was horrible, folks. We know that.
Yeah, and I'm now just afraid to make jokes about it because
you can't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there is a way to make like an appropriate joke about it, but I can't see it from here.
No, there's no way. But like, we'll get back to it. So, no, the other one I was thinking about is, and I'll do the song, and like we all kind of know it. It's like. And like I love something else to get
Semi-charmed kind of life.
Yes, that was actually about doing, I believe, cocaine. I believe.
Huh? Didn't know that.
Or if we can't say that, nose candy.
Nose candy.
They were doing nose candy because they were like
Colombian marching powder.
Yes.
There's all kinds of fun words for that.
Yeah, because he's like, and because like I end up like learning this in my adulthood, which is very weird to like learn about. Where, this song that was very popular, like, oh yeah, you're like, and he's like, and I bumped again, and I bumped again. Oh, you're just now realizing it.
I don't think I ever heard the lyrics before. It was not one of my bands that I listened to when they were out.
Yeah, it was a song.
Is that Third Eye Blind?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, there's Third Eye Blind, and then there's the joke that I stole from an Onion article about the band Eve's Vertical Matchbox. Because at the time, there were a lot of very similar sounding songs, and I'm sure that people that listened to those bands could tell me exactly what was different about them. But I just knew, like, the popular songs, like, I couldn't tell them apart, and they were all by, like, maybe 6 bands.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because that ends up happening where if there's a particular sound that gets popular, all the other bands that are out there that have a similar sound also get popular because they're like, oh yeah, this band got popular. All these other bands have been, circling around doing their thing for years. They're like, oh, you have a similar sound. We'll promote you and you and you and you. Because like, even thinking about it, this was like maybe, I want to say like 18 years ago, where there was like a lot of like folksy kind of bands that came out, and I think there was a cartoon that made a joke about it, where they would say like "hey" and they'll be clapping in it, like "hey," and there'll be like a really kind of folky thing.
Yeah, I know exactly the song that you're, or that was referring to. It was Oh man,
Yeah,
the something.
something brothers.
No. There was the like the Avett Brothers, and they're a Charlotte local band. And then there
Yes.
was like this huge country song, or I guess folk song,
Yeah.
like acoustic song by some other brothers that I can't remember. And then there was the Lumineers did that, Hey song.
Yeah, there was a time period where like all those songs kind of. I understand that they're all different kind of bands. They all have their own type of music, but at some point, where like I guess the not the producers, but I guess the executives are like, hey, this type of songs are getting popular right now. Yeah, you just caught
Yeah,
that.
just caught on.
They're like, these songs are kind of getting popular right now. We know this is just one song on your album. Let's promote this one. Well, this song is no. We're going to promote this one right now.
Well, there's always, like, I guess, themes that hit every few years. Like, you know what the millennial whoop is?
I probably know what
Yeah,
it is.
you'd recognize it instantly. So there was a bunch of songs that came out about the same time from a bunch of different bands, but they're all, like, popular with millennials.
Yeah.
And it's just, oh. Yeah,
Oh.
that sound is in dozens of really big songs.
Probably the most one I can think about is maybe like Black Eyed Peas. They probably had a lot of stuff, like a lot of that in their songs. Which is like I say, is not bad. It's just, it falls track of like a lot of people doing it at the same time. You're like, oh, a lot of people are doing this. Not a bad thing, but it's just, it all kind of gets clumped together where you're like, oh, did this song come out with this one? And it becomes a weird.
Well, like
fuzzy
the
area.
80s was the golden age of the synthesizer and the keytar.
Yes.
It's like every band had to have one of those.
Yeah, and that person's just in the back with their big ass hair because you had to have big ass hair in the 80s. Like, fuck your musical talent. You had to have hair. And they're in the back with their synthesizer and they're like. And they're playing with one hand. They're not.
Oh no! At some bands, actually, I saw Styx live once, and the keyboard player for Styx had the keyboard on this central mount, and the keyboard would rotate. So he was like spinning around, walking in circles, playing the keyboard, and he was having a good time. But it was I mean, that was about as active as you can get while playing the keyboard on stage, and I can't lie, it was kind of entertaining. I was like, I'm here for it.
Yeah. It's just, I could just see him like, it's going around in a circle. It's like him like just kind of chasing after, like, oh, I gotta keep up with this song.
It's like a very, very specific marching band technique. You got like one guy with a keyboard on his back, punching down in front of you, and you gotta chase after him.
The fact that you did like chase after you and you did this just like looked creepy in my eyes. Like, yeah.
Well, it's only funny if it's creepy.
True. Now you guys can't see his eyes doing the thing, but it was a little creepy, just slightly, a little bit.
You're welcome, Internet.
Yeah, they're gonna be all on you now. Oh yeah, internet. I want to tell you, please fuck Daniel. Women, fuck Daniel. Or sorry, let me rephrase that. Sexual relations with Daniel. Because he does not understand the fact that he is a tall man.
Yeah. O'Hare contends that because I am a tall man, that women will just basically,
Yes,
yeah, that.
they will. Like, you don't understand how many like videos or like profiles or things I've seen with women saying like, man over 6 foot, and they'll have their other crazy requirements. They're like, over 6 foot makes $100,000 and shit like that.
Yeah, I do not meet that second requirement.
I know. There are a lot of men that don't. But there are so many dudes out there that are over 6 foot that have, jack shit going on, and women are still fucking these dudes. You could be one of those dudes.
Hear that, ladies? You can climb me like playground equipment.
Who wants to have sex with Dikembe Mutombo? Or if you're like, who wants to have sex with Daniel Book?
I feel like if I were to say that in the triumphant African accent, that might turn women off.
Or turn them on. Oh, hold on, because we'll test it out.
Oh, God.
Who wants to get buckshots? Oh.
I can never leave the house again.
Or you can leave your house and just like give buckshots to those people.
Let's see. You're missing the best joke though. It's
What's
like,
that?
my name is Buck. I have my own kind of naked.
Yes, I knew that was coming.
I mean, it's my joke. I have to have it.
True, but yes, you have to understand. Like, yeah, women have those requirements of like wanting dudes over 6 foot, and they have these other crazy requirements. Not all women, mind you, not all of you, but some of you have those crazy requirements. Men do too. We'll get past that, but they're most of them are looking for a man that's over 6 foot, and.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. The gay man is generalizing about what women want sexually.
Yep, I'm doing it. Go ahead and mark it down. Mark down the time. 8, whatever. I'm not even sure how many
I
minutes.
like to point out that I'm being good in this conversation.
No, you're just trying to look cute. You'd be like,
I always look cute. Fuck you.
I know. That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
adorable.
That's what I'm saying. And that's why you're over like 6 foot, and that's why you're 6'2".
I'm a teddy bear.
He has his own vehicle. He can take you out to dinner if you like.
And I can fold a fitted sheet.
Yeah, he can fold a fit. I'm giving you all the crazy requirements that's going to fulfill what you need, so he can fulfill your needs, so he can get fulfilled or unfulfilled. Just empty it out.
Please stop helping me.
No, I'm helping you all the way.
It's like the worst dating profile video ever. Please date my friend.
Please date him. He has
car.
He has the meats. He can also give you the meats. He is like Arby's.
We can never upload this.
We're uploading it immediately. Because I mentioned what we were talking about before, you have you did do the thing to become a pilot, so you know how to fly.
I knew how to fly once. It's been 20 years since I've, so I could take off. Landing might be tricky.
Yeah, but still, you could drive that up and like, hey, I know how to fly a little bit. That is above a lot of other people, so you can tell them that.
Ladies, yeah, I can get you up there. I just can't get you home. Wait a minute, that sounds bad.
Yeah. You're like air kidnapping. Ooh, pirate pilot that we were talking about.
Yes.
You're taking over the skies. Like in Tailspin.
Don Carnage.
Yes. Ooh.
Oh, excellent. We've now transitioned from getting me laid to children's cartoon shows.
Yeah, it's all in the same book.
Speaking of abrupt segues. So, Don Carnage. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was one of the more entertaining characters.
Yes.
Who is your favorite Tailspin character?
I think it's kind of obvious.
I feel like this is a trap.
No, it's not. It was Baloo. Well, you know what? I did like what's it, Kit?
Kit Cloud Kicker?
Yes.
Yeah, like a kid that surfs on behind an airplane. He's like that kid is too cool.
Yeah, I think every kid would want to relate to him. But like I'm not gonna be a pilot, but I'm gonna be in the sky on this, somewhat like boomerang, and just be back there, just wee. So I did like Kit. What was it actually Louis? That was actually because I knew
Louis the bartender.
Yeah. So I think he would be second. Because I know they just essentially took all the characters from Jungle Book and just put them into Tailspin.
And they added Launchpad.
Yes.
Launchpad McQuack, the greatest character from Disney Afternoon.
He is, because he showed up everywhere.
Everybody liked him.
Yeah, because that means all those worlds are connected. So, Tailspin,
And DuckTales.
DuckTales, and Darkwing Duck.
Yeah.
So they're all connected in that same world.
Oh, did I never tell you about my dark Disney Afternoon graphic novel idea? Yeah, it's great. So you take like all the Disney Afternoon stories, but you reflect them through the lens of basically like I hate to say Frank Miller because the dude is kind of problematic himself, but the stuff that he writes is good.
Yeah.
But take the Disney Afternoon, so say like Darkwing Duck. You can easily do that, like Frank Millerize it. Have it be gritty and brutal like Batman, and have it narrated from the first person, and something happens to Gosling, and so he goes off the rails. Goslin.
Yes.
And then you can do Scrooge McDuck, like Bonfire of the Vanities. So like Scrooge dies, and like the nephews are killing each other trying to get the fortune, and Webigail ends up poisoning the three boys and getting away with everything.
Oh God.
Yeah, and what was the other one? Tailspin. It would be like about Baloo being persecuted for a perceived whether real or not questionable relationship with a young boy.
That is so dark.
Yeah, it is incredibly dark, but you could do some fucking amazing storytelling with it.
I'm pretty sure somebody is going to, at some point, somebody's going to be watching this, and they're going to take that. They're going to run with it.
Well, if you want, I will write this. If you want to run with, if you have an artist that wants to, go up and threaten Disney's monopoly, if you're willing to basically give your art away for free, because if we try and make any money off of this, Disney will bury us.
Of course. I'm pretty sure they're trying to actively sue us right now.
Yeah, like right now, like there is like a drone hovering. It's like someone's talking about the Disney Afternoon. Can we sue them? But
this isn't even uploaded yet. They're already trying to sue us.
But like this is a project that obviously could not publish anywhere because Disney's lawyers would be eating us to death. Eating us to death. I said that out loud.
Yes.
But as an artistic project, that's perfectly legal, fair use and all.
But like what you could do is like still take that atmosphere of that world and just change some of the characters' names and some of the features, and still go along with it, and people will still understand that like, oh, this is still Tailspin. This is still
it's like Mark Miller and Wanted. Have you read the Wanted comics?
I have not read the Wanted comics.
Have you seen the movie?
I've seen the movie.
They are not related at all.
I know, and we talked about this.
Yeah,
where
the movie is awful. The movie is just awful.
I hate to tell you this, I actually liked it.
You're allowed to like awful stuff.
Yeah, and like it was because I had no affiliation with the graphic novel at all. Yeah. So just going in like you're like, oh, this is a Angelina Jolie, with James McAvoy, movie. I was like, oh, hey, this seems kind of interesting. Let me watch it. Oh, they're curving bullets. Oh, they're doing this crazy shit. I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, I kind of like this.
The curving bullets thing might have actually had some basis in the comics, but it was not, I can shoot in a circle around the room and kill everyone. That was... I struggle to say that was beyond belief because the whole movie was beyond belief. But that was the least dumb, unbelievable thing from the movie, which says a lot. But anyway, the graphic novel that it's based on is it's not published by Marvel or DC. It's done by an independent label.
Yeah, I think IDW.
Yeah,
like IDW is like its own independent thing because. Sorry to cut you off, but it was like it'll do that. It did like The Walking Dead. It did which other one? Like a lot of the stuff that's kind of out there now. Like even The Boys. I think they're IDW also. So
The Boys was Dynamite.
Okay.
Which might be a subset of IDW. I don't know.
I want to say it's IDW. Hopefully, I'm getting that correct. But I'm pretty sure some.
Why don't you check this for us, chat?
Please do that, nerdum.
But yeah, the story from the graphic novels is it's all about how the bad guys that we all know from the big publishers, they have already won. They've beaten the good guys, and they've beaten them so thoroughly that they've actually been able to rewrite the universe and reality so that they are all on top of the world socially and financially, and all the good guys are just, they don't even remember being good guys. They're just being horrifically punished every day because the bad guys are still jerks.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, but every character in that is some kind of either a direct reference or some sort of like oblique parody of one of the famous superhero characters that we all know and love. Mm-hmm. But clearly is not them for legal reasons.
Correct. So you're like, oh, we have this guy that can run really fast. We had to stop him from running really fast, so we broke his legs. And since he can heal fast, we have a machine that breaks his legs every 30 seconds or something. which would be a horrible fate to have. Like, imagine getting your femur broken every 30 seconds. It heals back.
Well, it's like, Prometheus.
Oh, yeah.
Although, if I were Prometheus and I were, a brilliant, immortal god chained to a rock and having a giant eagle peck out my liver every day, I think after, 500 years or so, I could probably teach an eagle to pick a lock.
True. It'd be difficult, but, you just have to learn how to speak eagle.
It can't be any much harder than duck. And we speak duck.
Yeah, we speak all the duck. And also the thing that we're going to do at some point, we're going to start having unsolicited duck pics.
Well, let me solicited duck pics. You have to subscribe for them.
Yes, solicited duck pics.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for that, sometime in the near future.
Yeah, we'll give you a little preview soon.
You're like, duck pic right here. And
don't reach under the table when you say that.
Or else we're going
You're sullying the nature of the duck pics. This is an innocent thing, sir.
Ah, yes, okay. It's an innocent thing, even though we were talking about getting you fucked, 12
Which
minutes
is
ago.
we stuff. You were... I was perfectly demure.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Gorlock.
Why? Why you give Gorlock nickname? Just hurtful.
Well, I guess that can hurt it, like they fell on you. No Gorlock. We didn't mention any names. We just said name Gorlock. You can look it up.
I believe you're referring to Gorlock.
Oh, Gorlock.
Yes,
Okay.
that is the popular internet name for the character that I'm assuming you're thinking of. I thought you were just naming me as Gorlock because I look like a Gorloff. I don't know.
No, you don't look like
Of the
Gorlock.
Chicago Gorloths.
So the Chicago Gorlocks. No, so it's Gorlock then.
Yes.
Okay, I thought it was Gorlock. Or
No, you didn't.
Mhm.
Words are hard.
Yeah, no, it is, and they stumble out of my mouth.
Not say
something.
Yakuza.
No.
Oh, has been playing this very in-depth video game based on the Yakuza games. But every time he talks about it, he takes like 5 attempts to say the word Yakuza, and it's delightful to watch.
Yakuza.
Oh, damn it. Ruined it for me right away.
Uh-huh.
You see, you just can't have nice things on the internet.
Nope, not at all. But it is a very fun game to play. Like, if you have not played the Yakuza games, fucking hate you. If you have
Ladies, if you didn't want to date me before, how about now?
like, he's picking on that black dude. Let's fuck that dude.
I mean, it's worked for most of history.
Oh my god.
See, I told you slavery could be funny. Fuck. Where were we?
Yes.
I guarantee you this man is going to cut that into a clip and put it up on the internet.
Hey, if you want to start doing the editing too, you can.
It's not that I don't want to do the editing, it's that I fear that I can't stop you from doing some of the editing. There are certain clips that even in context make me look really bad, but if you take them out of context, you're going to get me, in a lot of trouble.
Or get you laid.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, okay, we got it. But we'll get back to it. So, the gaming series has been out since, I think, early 2000s. But they have a spin-off of it called Like a Dragon. So I played the original, I think, a couple years ago. And Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth came out, I believe, last year or the year before. So I've been playing that like crazy and just doing all kinds of the weird shit that the game allows you to do. So, you have a woman that is a dominatrix, or a dude that's a surfer, or one that is a party host, or somebody that's dressed like a cowboy. And they're all just doing stuff related to that, or,
Which usually involves beating the crap out of strangers.
Yes, but these strangers deserve it. because they're in trash bags, and also like they're gym bros, and there's some dudes on stilts. There's a lot of different people that are there.
Yes, this is teaching valuable lessons. If you see someone on stilts in public, just take them down.
Yeah, fuck them up. They don't need to be there. They're trying to be more superior than you, so just take them down. 3 feet.
Although, side note, to the wonderful performers who juggle on stilts in elf costumes at many like Christmas tree lighting ceremonies at which I have performed, not on stilts, they're awesome. So don't mess with them.
I guess they're excluded, so don't mess with those performers. But anyone else on stilts, fuck them up. Even if they're trying to do like a mural, like art mural.
If they're painting, that's if they're just walking around downtown in stilts, that's the kind of attention that they deserve. But if they're actually using the stilts, to do something that you need stilts for, awesome. Stilts are cool.
Okay, I guess at that point it's fine. All right, but if you see some woman in stilettos, push that bitch over.
I am genuinely impressed by anyone, like woman or otherwise, that can walk in stiletto heels.
Yes, I'm just obviously I'm kidding, but like seeing someone like in stiletto heels and they're walking anywhere, or actually just wearing them. Period. I'm like, those have to be extremely uncomfortable because your feet are just like so you're on the ball of your feet for hours, like your heel's not touching anything aside from the back of the shoe.
Yeah, I mean, fashion as clever torture devices for women has been a long-running gag.
Oh, you mean like a corset?
Corsets, in like really extreme circumstances, things like foot binding, which was I don't know if that was strictly fashion, if that was just straight up like social domination.
I think it was kind of both because like they're like, hey, women, we don't want your feet to be, any bigger than the size of this.
Also, we don't want you to be able to run away.
Like, we don't want you running away. We don't want you being comfortable. So just go ahead and bind your foot to like it's going to be like this all the time. Yeah, that's what we want.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
And I think that's still a thing, too.
I think in some places they might still do it, but it's like a really like outdated tradition that is like only done in like...
Very niche.
Yeah, so it's either like, in like a very like, I guess, rural and like removed from modernity kind of places, or if it's people that just genuinely hate women.
Yeah, which unfortunately there is a lot. And how they perceive themselves as like, the alpha male and shit like that, and or what rights they take away from women or whatever they want to do to women, it sounds like they genuinely hate women like all the time, but they still want kids. I was like, do you not see the disconnect here? Like women, they have capabilities of doing a lot of stuff. Helping you create children is one of them. And if you're just shitty to women all the time, no woman's going to have, intercourse with you that produce children.
Well, sadly, there are women that have been basically brought up with the kind of, I guess raised with low self-esteem and with beliefs that that's the kind of man that they ought to be with.
Ugh.
And, without taking any particular shots at anyone's particular upbringing or, social or religious background or whatever.
Yeah.
There are some people that could do better.
True. There are some people that could do a lot better. But unfortunately, they got that, mindset of like, hey, this is the best I can do. This is what I have available. This is all I'm going to be. And then they're just with someone that is abusive, toxic, bad, or just a terrible person. And this is not just like, say, women. This is like men too. They're, because they're just with somebody that is just a bad person. But they're thinking like, oh, my mindset is this. I can't do any better. This is what I'm going to stick with. I'm like...
Well, I remember conversations with my grandmother. She was telling me about, her life growing up. And my grandmother was, like, she was Jedi smart. She wanted everyone to think that she was kind of, helpless and couldn't do anything, but she was smarter than most people in the room. And she wanted people to think that because she thought that's the way that women were supposed to be. And when she grew up, there was no question she was never going to go to college because girls just didn't go to college.
Yeah.
And that was just like the thing that the girls in the family did. They learned to be homemakers and all that. And she wasn't in an abusive relationship. Like she was in a loving relationship with my grandfather. But it was interesting because toward the end of their lives, he got kind of sick and weak, and so he didn't leave the house very much. He would just sit in his chair, watching TV for a while, and she would just sit there with him. She just stopped having hobbies or doing anything on her own for a long time. And it wasn't until she moved down here after he died that she started doing anything like that again. But by then the dementia had set in. So she was like one of the most interesting people that I have known, and was afraid to let people know that.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Because at that point in time, they're like, smart woman, no, you can't be smart. You have to be, they didn't necessarily told them they have to be dumb. They just gave them a role. Be like, you're a woman, you're a housemaker, you're a homemaker, you're a mother, and that's all you should be.
Now, I will acknowledge my grandmother was very smart, but in some circumstances, like whenever my dad would tell her anything at all, she would believe it. No matter how stupid the thing he was saying was, she would always believe my dad until the last, 10 years of her life. Mm-hmm. And then she finally started calling him on his bullshit, which was hilarious.
She's just waiting. She's like, oh, yeah. Kobe,
go, wait a second.
Go ahead and tell me some lie, Kobe. I'm waiting for it. You're like, oh, I got to do this. Oh, really? You got to do that? Here's a receipt. You can't do that. But, Mom, I can imagine your dad just going like, but Mom, and he's like in his 50s.
I'm actually having a hard time imagining that.
I can. Funny.
You have a better imagination than I do.
Well, I think you probably can't see your dad in that light. That's why.
I'm also probably thinking about boobs most of the time.
Oh, God. Okay, think about your dad with boobs now.
Still okay.
Okay.
Wow, what a great time to not talk about that anymore.
Yeah, we'll move beyond that. Because I'm thinking about what else. So we were talking about you being a pilot. Was this the same grandmother that had that worked at the hospice?
No, that was my mom's mom.
Okay. Okay, so this is
she was also smart, but she would damn sure let you know. She did not take shit from anybody.
She's like, "Fuck you! I'm smart. I know this. You should be no. Fuck that. Fuck you! I won't do what you tell me."
According to one story, I believe she managed to bully Mickey Mantle into showing up to one of her kids' Little League games.
What?
She was a powerhouse. I think it was Mickey Mantle. It might have been Joe DiMaggio. One of the big baseball greats. So she was living in New York at the time, and just had some connection. Somehow, I say bully, but just somehow managed to get one of the big time Yankees to come down for this Little League fundraising event, and everyone was trying to figure out how does she pull this off, and then I was like, "Did you ever try to tell that woman no?"
I think she probably had brass knuckles back then.
She didn't need them.
Like, hey Mickey, you gotta show up to this game.
I can absolutely imagine my grandmother doing that.
just doing that. Like she's an old 1930s gangster. Should come around these parts, huh?
Yeah.
All I can think about is the 1920s and 30s thugs oh shit, come around these parts, and then just Batman just showing up, and then beating them up, and then leaving them in the alleys to bleed to death, because that's what Batman does. He just beats people up, and he's like, oh, they're still alive. I didn't kill them, but you fucked up their entire lives, though, Batman.
Once again, speaking of abrupt segues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So from my grandmother and Mickey Mantle to Batman and beating people to death in alleys.
Yes. It's all the same, because guess what? Your grandmother was Batman.
Explains so much.
It does. How do you think she got that Mickey Mantle or, whoever it was to be there?
If my grandmother was Batman, I would want to see some inheritance.
She gave it all to the boy wonder, or like one of the 8 of them.
No, she gave some to everybody in the family, but we are not Rockefellers.
Yeah, or Waynes or Vanderbilts.
Vanderbilts, like Anderson Cooper.
Yes, because we were talking about him a few days ago.
Yeah, and the Biltmore estate.
Yeah,
I forget what. I can't remember why we were talking about. This is how a lot of our conversations go outside of the podcast. It's kind of like with the podcast running, but we don't keep track of anything with the video.
Yeah, we should, but we don't have the lighting everywhere. So,
Like, really, we should have like constant filming, like the Truman Show. But then again, no, y'all don't want that.
no, yeah, you definitely don't want that because, yeah. Fuck Daniel, please. Just because he's just... The amount he's probably doing that at home is probably ridiculous.
Doing what at home?
Doing the deed.
We are editing this part out of the fucking podcast, folks. We are editing this out. I am going to make sure that I'm going to stand behind you with a bat.
Okay, Batman.
Damn right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Batman.
They used to call me Crazy Joe, now they call me Batman.
Unexpected Lean On Me reference.
Yes.
Always
Thank
appropriate
you.
to refer to Morgan Freeman.
Thank you so much for actually knowing that, because like every once in a while I'll say that and people will be like, what? I was like, never mind. But this is why
We don't want a good principal. We want Mr. Clark. That movie was great.
It was that's almost like a backhanded insult.
But it wasn't. It was clearly insulting. But like the kid was so earnest, and like the way they developed that kid's character is like exactly what he meant.
Yes.
It just came out funny as hell.
Yeah, and I also like the part where along that scene where one of the students was like, Mr. Clark something, and the other student cut him off fuck you, you got this chick pregnant, you can't say shit, and they're like, yeah, we're like, damn, you aired out all their business right now.
It was a different time.
At the Biltmore.
It was last Tuesday at the Biltmore. Yeah, y'all have seen those ads, no doubt.
Well, depending if you live in North Carolina, which I think probably most of you will, because we probably met a bulk of you, while we're living here in North Carolina. But we expand to all the corners of the country.
We're assuming if you don't know us personally, you're probably not watching our podcast. And if you know us personally, you're probably actively avoiding our podcast.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you got your... Okay, that's cute.
That's really just let me know when it launches. I'll like and subscribe. By the way, like and subscribe, folks.
Yes.
Yeah, we have to say that.
Yeah, like,
Feels
subscribe.
dirty.
Like, subscribe, hit buttons, hit bells, do dinglings and things
Remember us.
Remember me. But that's why I enjoy my friendship with Daniel, because I can do a reference like that and he will get it, unprovoked.
Yeah, and contrarily, he will also get my extraordinarily random references. He was the only one that laughed at my Rockbiter impression.
It was fantastic, folks, because this was in an improv show. I'm not sure what the whole setup was.
I can't remember either, but I got to do the Rockbiter impression.
Yeah, because he came out and he's like, these hands. And
They look like such strong hands.
And I was like, yeah, yeah. Everyone else on stage were like, what? The people in the audience were like, we don't know what this is.
The only thing people remember in the movie is Atreyu and Artax dying in the swamp.
That
was some traumatic stuff for a kid's movie.
How the fuck do you get away with that for a kid's movie? You're like, oh, hey, this is a PG kids movie. We're going to show this horse dying in mud.
No, there's actually somebody came up with this product, which is it shows Atreyu pulling on Artax in the mud, and it's something you're supposed to put in a planter.
I've seen that.
You just put that there and you wait for people from your childhood to come to your house and notice it and just get really sad.
Yeah, they get really sad because like that was really sad, and also that big ass wolf that was in the cave, that was fucking terrifying.
What was his name?
I can't remember.
It was Gamork, which is a stupid name, but somehow worked in that movie.
It has to. Like, it's a fantasy movie, so you have to come. Like, if you had that big ass wolf that was in there in that cave that was scary as fuck, and his name was like, Duke, you're like,
My name is Fido.
I'm like, my name is Fido. You're like, real.
My name is Sprocket.
It's Steve. like you have to come up with something that sounds very fantasy-like, where it's like, oh, that does not exist in, the Earth realm. This exists in this fantasy world that's, it's out here, and it's, what was it again?
I think it was Gamork. I might be remembering that wrong, but I do remember him introducing himself at one point because he was talking to Atreyu, and he didn't realize that he was talking to the boy that he was like sent out to destroy.
Yeah.
And they had this conversation. Oh, I'm the guy you're after. And like, wow, that conversation could have been better thought through.
It could have been, but that was still fucking terrifying because that was scary as fuck. And also, another movie that had scary scenes in it that was, I guess, aimed to be a kid's movie that like a woman was talking about recently that I was watching on YouTube Shorts or wherever it was The Wiz.
I never saw The Wiz.
Oh, we're gonna watch Wiz right after this. Maybe. No, we're going.
It's on our. We have a running queue of movies we need to watch.
The first one we're gonna watch is Grizzly.
Grizzly, followed by the sequel, Grizzly 2.
Because it has that one has on John Reese in it. I forget. Whoever. Sorry, because I saw that
Someone named John.
Yeah, someone named John, and you'll see, be like, oh, that John. No, I saw the trailer for it. He's like, the guy like referred to himself in third person as the bear expert. He's like, oh, LaBruce knows grizzlies.
His name is LaBruce.
No, it's something like that.
LaBruce.
It's like he's like LaBruce knows grizzlies. You're talking about a small one. They're like, no, this is a big one. They're like, oh, tell me the markings. They're like, oh yeah, it's like this to this. You're like, well, how far is it apart? They're like 8 feet. You're like.
So, in that vein, there is a movie. I'm trying to remember exactly the pronunciation. It's a Korean movie.
Okay.
But it's like a transliteration of the whatever Korean, like the Korean alphabet language, whatever. Like it is written as how the closest that English speaking could come to pronouncing it, and it's something like Chaos.
Chaos?
Yeah, and it's about a killer boar. And then halfway through the movie, I realized, oh my god, this is a boar-based version of the movie Jaws. And it is exactly the same plot. It's like there's this killer boar just going after people, and there's like the boar expert, the grizzled expert has to find him.
I think that's the same setup for Grizzly. It's also probably the same setup for Orca.
Orca is different, actually. Orca, the Orca, in fact, is not the bad guy in the Orca. Orca is getting revenge because they
killed the baby.
Yeah, they killed the Orca's pregnant mate. So they killed its, the Orca's mate and the baby. And so this is just a pissed off giant dolphin that is out for blood. Yeah. And the final scene of Orca, it's creative. And it's also scary because orcas are that smart. And if an orca wanted to do that, it probably could. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it's a very creative way to get the guy in the end.
Yeah, and even talking about orcas now, it is fascinating seeing how they're adapting to the culture or adapting to the world, because they are destroying yachts, folks. They're out there being like, oh, fuck your boat.
Yeah, the orca is nature's defense against the rich douchebag.
Yes.
Yes!
Because they're doing that, but also how they hunt, I guess, changed over time. Because what they do now is, I forget what exactly it's called. They call it a wave something.
Yeah, I've seen video of that. It's terrifying.
Yeah, because they'll chase down some seals, and they'll get them on like
Like a sheet of ice.
yeah, sheet of ice, and then the seals obviously get into the middle. They're like, okay, cool, we're safe on this big sheet of ice. They can't get up
Yeah,
here.
it's like we have our own floating island. We're safe.
And then the orcas are like, oh, you know what? No, fuck that. So they circle back around.
And they team up. It's like there's like pairs of orcas doing this.
Yeah, it's like two or three of them. They're all swimming at the same speed. Like they're all coordinating with each other. They're all swimming at the same speed. Once they get to that sheet of ice, they do it where their tail will flip up to break the ice.
No. What they do is they do this kind of they do a sudden dive at the end, and they basically are creating a current and a big ass wave in the water, and it will wash, and it will tip the ice, but it will also wash the seal off the ice.
Yes. I've seen it like where it's like doing that, but it's also like breaking the ice into chunks, where it's like getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah. So the takeaway is, if an orca wants to eat you, you are getting eaten.
yeah. So those things are way more dangerous than. I want to say they're way more dangerous than sharks. I know they're probably not, but they also have the name killer whale.
Which is a misnomer because they're actually related to dolphins.
Yeah. Which I guess like when they meet up with dolphins, they're like, fuck you. And the dolphin's like, fuck you too.
Well, there are also killer dolphins out there. Like, I think the bottlenose dolphin, there's some dolphin that is known to just ram the shit out of swimmers from time to time, like try to kill them.
Oh, yeah.
Which, I mean, if you're going to beat someone to death with your nose, that's kind of hardcore, even in the animal kingdom.
Yeah. Especially when, like the ocean. The ocean is scary as fuck. I know I probably said that on here many a times. Like, we can mark it on this one. Right here. Mark it right here, oh. This is for me later on.
Yes, because we're learning how to edit.
Yes. That the ocean is scary as fuck. Just because, aside from, orcas and bottlenose dolphins and sharks, there is shit that we can't even see of the depths of the water that we can get to without dying. And they're just there chilling. They're like, yeah, we're essentially sea aliens and you can't get to us.
Which I'm okay with not getting to some of the terrifying sea life. I mean...
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, you stay out hanging out in the Marianas Trench at depths that would crush anything else.
Yeah, you go ahead and stay there and, whatever comes down there, it's yours. Because I'm pretty sure there's tons of gold and treasure and bullshit like that that's
Crap,
down there.
I dropped my watch in the Marianas Trench. Let me go down for that.
Hopefully my tank lasts long enough. Oh no, it only lasts 10% of the way. Fuck. Now what I'm going to do? I guess I'm going to just die in water. Which is...
Yeah, ordinarily if you're scuba diving, you plan a little better than that.
You do. You plan a little bit better, but, also if a tentacle came out of nowhere that is about 40 feet long and grabs you, you're like, you didn't plan for that.
Yeah, admittedly, that would also be the case on land. If a tentacle grabs you on land, it's probably even weirder than one grabbing you in the ocean.
I think so, because you're like,
Unless you're in a very specific type of Japanese entertainment. And on that note, I feel it's time to wrap up for the day.
Yes.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.